Hello and welcome back. For me it's morning. I'm not sure where it is for what it is for you, but we're going to get started here. We're looking at this slope and y-intercept form of an equation, and what we're given just 2 points. Okay, so from that 2 points we should find the equation of the line. Now let's take a little really rough look at what this would be visually. And when I mean really rough look, we're just going to sketch the Cartesian plane, the x and y. Okay, just so we have a visual representation. We know that -4, -10, right? -4 on the x, -10 on the y would be somewhere here in quadrant 3. And 8, -1, so 8 would be way out here, -1 down there. That would be somewhere there in quadrant 4. So visually, this line would look like that. Okay? And it's good to do a rough representation because it's not asking you to graph it, it's asking you to find the equation, but you know what equation you're looking for. So when we find the equation, it's going to relate to this picture on the Cartesian plane. Right? So we can kind of look and get a black here and say, all right, well, not sure what the y-intercept is at this point, but we know it's going to be down here. It's going to be a negative somewhere. So let's get started. To find the slope, remember slope, we generally use m, right? Because we're focused on this. Y equals mx plus b. That's our, as you see, slope y-intercept form. So we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. Now we know that m is equal to y2 minus y1 or x2 minus x1, right? That's the formula to find slope. So if we do this, well, this is point 2, that's our y, so our y version point 2 is -1 minus our y value in point 1, which is -10. Our x value in point 2 is 8 minus our x value in point 1, which is -4. Make sure you're careful. There's a negative in the formula and a negative in the x and y values for the point, so you do get these double negative situations. All right. So -1, that's -1 plus 10 over 8 plus 4. So that's 9 over 12, right? So 9 over 12. That can be reduced to lowest terms, 3 over 4, right? Divide them both by 3. Okay? So we're in good shape here. We found 3 over 4. So y equals 3 over 4x plus b. Right? And now what we need to do is we need to find that b. Okay? How do you find that b? Well, let's create a little more space on the board here. Okay? Because otherwise I will run out of space. So right now we have y equals 3 over 4x plus b. Right? And we take one of the points and substitute one of those points in for x and y. If we do it here, substitute in for x and y, it'll allow us to find b. And we looked at that a little earlier. So I'm going to pick 8 and -1. It doesn't matter which point you pick. Okay, both of them have to work because both of them points are on the line, which means both of the points need to work in the equation. Okay? So I'm going to pick 8, -1. Why do I do that? I like to pick stuff that has less negative signs, less chance for error. So I'm going to put the -1 in for y, and I'm going to put the 8 in for x plus b. And I want to highlight, where's my red? When you substitute, you should substitute in brackets. Okay? And automatically that shows you, well, this must be multiplication because brackets are for multiplication, right? So now I have -1. Get out your calculator. 3/4 times 8 is 6 plus b. Okay? Move the 6 to the other side. -1 minus 6 equals b, and b would equal -7. Okay? Now b, remember, is the y-intercept. It would make sense that it's -7 because we've already looked here and saw, well, it's got to be a negative y value and it's got to be quite far down. So negative 7 makes sense. Now we found our slope and our y-intercept. And we can then say, therefore, right down the bottom here, y equals 3 over 4 x minus 7. Y equals 3 over 4x minus 7. And there we go, we've answered the question. Okay? And the question again was to find the equation. And the equation is y equals 3 quarters x minus 7. And that would represent the line right there. See you next time.